guys, thank you for joining me on Godspot. Today I want to talk to you about righteous anger. It says in Matthew chapter 21, verse 12 through 13, and Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and bought in the temple, and he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold pigeons. He said to them, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of robbers." Now, many of us have this picture of Jesus as this passive guy who speaks in very quiet, hushed tones, and we always picture him holding a lamp. But that picture is wrong on so many levels. And maybe the biggest mistake that we can do is think of Jesus as mild-tempered, never raised his voice kind of guy. But that's not Jesus. Jesus got angry on many occasions and had a righteous anger. What he saw was evil on the earth, and this upset him. This upset him what people are doing. So what are the things that upset Jesus? Because those things really should upset us as well. Firstly, the human condition. Humanity exists in a broken state. The evidence is everywhere. There are kids starving, people are dying, broken families, mental health crises abound, wars are commonplace, homelessness. These things really moved Jesus, and not to the anger where he punched a wall, but it says in John 11:35 that it caused him to weep. Jesus wept when he saw humanity. The second thing that made him angry was when rules were being placed over people. So many times, the Pharisees made it all about the rules instead of the people. It was the program, not the relationship, that mattered to them. And they didn't understand the reason they were given the law was so they could do right by God and do right by others. But instead, they made the law in and of itself the most important thing at the cost of relationships. And this angered Jesus. Thirdly, kids being pushed aside. Parents would try and bring children to Jesus, and the disciples say, no, he doesn't have time. Jesus said, no, I've always got time for children. He said, let them come to me. Then he even challenged them further and said, if you have the faith of a child, you can enter the kingdom of God. Fourthly, self-righteous judgmentalism. People being judgmental, this just offended Jesus on so many levels. And this is why he was always rebuking the Pharisees, because they were just so judgmental about, I understand, call a spade, a sin, but we're not called to be judgmental. We're called to love people and see them set free of their sinful habits. Number 5, it also got angry when people would make it difficult for others to get to God. The whole reason he kicked out the people from the Gentile court that had turned into trash and treasure market in our text is simply because it was meant to be an outreach center. It was meant to be a place where Gentiles could come and find God. And this angered him that this wouldn't happen. So in our life and your life, there are things that need to make us angry. Things that need to move us into action. And you know, I don't always do it the right way. It's not about being angered by someone who does me wrong. It's about looking at the injustices of life, the poverty, the restrictions, the unnecessary banning, and understand that somebody needs to do something. So I hope today this challenges you. Hit the like button and do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.